feel about the manga NHK. I think that was the name. So I finished it semi recently, like a week ago. Um, I was at the mall, but when I was reading it, I was like, this is interesting. This is interesting. This guy is like a loser, shut in, and all that. And I could kind of relate with that. And he's just like he doesn't know what to do. He's trying to get a job and all that. And then like the first quarter, like like once that finishes, I'm like, all right, it's interesting. And then you see the girl and the whole like the old lady trying to help with like shut-ins, but she doesn't really say it. So once you get past that part, it's like, all right. And then his neighbor with the anime music, he was like, you know what? Who the fuck is this guy? Pretty much, with the loud music. Checks in, well, he doesn't really check in, he kind of just like barges in. And it's his classmate from college who looked up to him. And then after that point, I'm like, alright, it's cool, I like this. Maybe this is why the manga is so expensive, because it has such a good story to it. Right? Maybe this is why it's hundreds of dollars just to get a manga from 2000 what, like 5 or 2? I don't know. I don't remember. And then I'm reading it, and his friend's like, we're gonna make money. The main character's like, how? Porn. And that's when I lost it, because pretty much they make like they're trying to make like those harem games where like it's a romance game and all that. And I was like, it's whatever. I don't really care. I mean, not that I don't care. It's just like I don't care like that they're making this. Like, you know what I mean? I care because it's the story, but it's like I don't care because it's sexual or anything like that. And then it gets weird because the main character starts like spiraling, and the girl comes back and she's like, you'll be really good for my project. And he's like, I don't want to do it. And then it's like that for a little bit, and then he starts just like spiraling, and it seems like a week or two go by, and his friend's like, all right, I need you to get material for me. And his friend's like, I'll go right to the source. Screw Akihabara where they sell it. I'll go right there. So this man goes to I think a middle school. Which that's crazy. Actually, let me go get it. Alright, I'm back. So he's going crazy. He's like, a guy like me, a shut-in. This is what a shut-in would do while he's like getting the material, right? So he's like, he just starts taking pictures of these girls, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck am I reading? But then he's like, lolicons are not human. They're nothing but beasts, right? And he's like, you know what? I gotta do something about this. And it's like he does it because he wants to escape the Lolita complex, which is like Lolita is like a fashion thing in Japan, and there's like a complex with it. People have fetishes over it. I don't. I think it's cool. The fashion. Yeah, I didn't really know people had Lolita complexes. I mean, people had made ones, but I don't know. But he's like, you know what? Let's get rid of this out of us and go somewhere even further beyond children. And I'm like, and then he's like, here, let me read it. Look at let me read it. Okay. Look at all those cute little girls in skirts. Yes. And school has just let out for the day. Yes. I am now going to take pictures of those girls' panty shots. And I'm like, what? Like, I'm reading this in the mall, and I'm like, what the fuck am I reading? And that's why you're going to take shots of me, a disgusting, miserable, dirty man with a Lolita complex. And he's like, I think it's because he wants to like, what it seems like he wants to get rid of this complex, but I feel like that's kind of not really the actual thing. I think it's because he wants to be like incriminated. He wants to be like sent to jail because with the game, it just made him like, you know, and all that. And you know, he's like, he's just he just gets weird. He just gets weird. Now look at me, a hikikomori. Wait, was I pronouncing this wrong? Lolicon. And it just gets weird when I'm reading it, and like I will say though, I do like how the author draws like the main character's like face, like when he gets um what's the word, like surprised or shocked or um like when he's in his own element and he gets disturbed. I like how he draws his face and all those. If I were to draw manga, I feel like I would do it like this, where it's like really expressive faces, kind of like very goofy. Um, but then he's talking to the girl, right? And she's like, "Oh, you're a perfect subject for my project." And he's like, "You know what? I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go home and just go." And right before he like, this man's he takes like. It's just weird. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know, man. And then, if I saying this wrong, is Lolita for Lolicon or the fashion? I don't know. I don't. Man, I don't care. We're moving away from the subject. But very much, I like it. I like the story. That part just like bugged me out because I was like, parental vision shit, the explicit content. There's fingering, there's fucking. Not really. It's like in the main character's head, but that part was like, you put that in a manga, like a manga that's being published. Um, I mean, it's by Tokyo Pop, so back then they did whatever, I guess. I have some of their old mangas, so yeah, they kind of did whatever. Um, but besides that, it's good. It's good. I do like this, and I want to read more of it. I really do. But it's just like, because it gets to the part where like his mom's coming to visit. He's like, oh, I have my own company, I have a girlfriend, you know all that. Or well, I don't think is it his mom? Yeah, it's his mom. And that's when I was like, oh, this is really gonna get interesting because would you say it's a trope where like the parent comes home and the child lies? I guess that's a trope. I don't know, but I like stuff like that because I find it interesting. But I want to read more of this. I want to buy more of this, but it's so expensive. And from what I've noticed on Amazon and eBay, on Amazon I could buy the rest of this series, but I would be missing one volume, and it's the last volume. Checked on eBay, and it's like one of the most expensive. I put it in like my little community thing on my channel, like where the posts are at, where it was like $600 and something, because it was cheaper on eBay to buy all of them. Um, and it was a bit more expensive on Amazon. But I can't, even if I were to buy the Amazon bundle, which is like all of them but the first and last one. So I own the first one, obviously. Don't own the last one. But pretty much, if I were to buy that, I would be missing the last volume. And you're probably thinking, just watch the anime. Just go watch the anime. Go pirate it. Go somewhere. Go just watch it. And I would. I definitely would. I would at some point watch the anime. But I don't know. I want to see like I don't. When it comes with manga for me, I like seeing the author and like all their drawings. I want to see how they envisioned it, and not saying that you shouldn't watch anime or like look at the adaptations for mangas. No, no, no. Please watch them. Sometimes they're better. Sometimes, very rarely. But I just like to see the author's work at hand, like them doing it themselves and like how they envision this scene or what's the dialogue for this scene. And I like the original source basically, right? And with the anime, I feel like with certain dialogue and like certain stuff cut out, it not to say like it's a bad thing that they cut some stuff out because some stuff is just filler. Obviously, some stuff is like some parts that doesn't need to be added, but I like to see the original source for what it is. Like this is it. This is how the author intended it to be seen, and that's why I own a lot of manga. Besides like other stuff, I like seeing the original source. I was originally supposed to be seen by the author themselves, and I don't know. It makes me a little sad because even like when I get a job and all that, I'll probably have enough to buy majority of this, but I'll never get to finish the last manga, which makes me a little sad. Because I've been on eBay a lot, looking at manga that like really interested me, like really that are really interesting to me. But obviously, they discontinue. You can't buy them anymore. And I'm just like this past like 2 months, I've been seeing all the manga I want to get into just gone, just just gone. Right when I wanna, I'm like, I'm gonna start saving up. Entire series gone. Like there was this one series, I forgot the name of it, but it was like 8 volumes, 8 or 11, and I was like, this is relatively cheap to like start out. I could get like the first 5 with like $100 maybe, right? Someone bought up the whole thing, and the audacity of this one seller. He's like, you know, I'm not gonna let you buy it in singles. I need someone to buy the entire thing. So if I were to get the entire series, I would have to spend like $500, um, which technically is relatively cheap. Well, no, not at all. But it makes me pissed off because a couple weeks ago, someone bought it. Someone bought up the whole thing, and like, what if that manga didn't have an anime? What do I do then? I don't know. It makes me sad. Makes me sad. Makes me wish I was not a little younger, maybe a little older, so I can like find this stuff earlier and then save up for it. But yeah, I need money, you know. Um, Speaking on that, besides this, what am I gonna do with this channel? I'm still gonna be here. Probably gonna be doing this for a very long time, for the most part. Um, oh yeah, the Just Impressed video, the one I posted. Um, I know it's not exactly what everyone was looking for, but good news. I managed to actually find a method so I can record our audio, me and my friend's audio, and my friend me, and still record gameplay. Um, it's gonna be like my first time really editing something, like cutting it up and like doing all that. So that might take forever because I'm a lazy person, and two, um, my phone, if you look at like my first video, I think that was edited on Canva, and my phone just like there's not much editing in it, but holy hell, my phone was just dying. I have an iPhone 10, which is old now. I've never been up to date on phones. I'm always like a couple years behind, if not more. But yeah, so it's gonna take a while. There is a computer in this house, but that one upstairs is so old, it has not been updated, so I might use my sister's. But it might take some time. I don't know when it will come out, because it's like 46 minutes of just raw video, raw audio, and then I gotta put it together, sync it up. It's like it's annoying. I've done it before. So I've taken like video editing and stuff. Not super into the editing part, but more like promotional podcasts, stuff like that. Cutting up sections, advertisements. I've done that. School flyers, stuff like that. I've done all that. Notepads. Surprisingly, I've done notepads, which is funny to think. Stickers, vinyl, not vinyls, t-shirts, stuff like that. And I like doing that stuff. But when like I like doing it when I actually have like a space for it, which I think is why I don't really edit my videos too much. The most I do is maybe like I ended the video earlier. You probably won't see it because like my you know what? I'm just gonna add it in there. You're gonna see my hand cover the camera. I don't care. But the most I do is just add a clip, like add a video or cut up like 5 seconds of something. That's the most I really do. Can I do more? Yes, definitely. I've done it. But knowing that I don't really have a space for it kind of sucks. But I'll still do it. It just takes a lot longer. But that video will be out at some point. I don't know when. But besides that, I'll still be here. I'll still be making videos of me talking and venting and other stupid stuff. Yeah, that's about it for the most part. I missed you guys. I did. I noticed there's only like a couple of you that actually like say something, which surprises me because you think with like I'm not a very big channel, obviously, but you think maybe like 5 people would say something. I don't know. I don't care. Just watch my stuff or don't. I don't care. But use your time wisely. Oh, one last thing. So I'm going to drive soon. No, okay, no, like test, writing and stuff. My sister failed, and her permit expired. So she was like, "Why don't we do it together?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll do it." So I don't know when that's gonna happen. Actually, I gotta ask her. But I'm gonna start studying, and then I'll get my permit, and then I can vroom vroom, and then maybe I can get a job because there's only one car, so it's gonna kind of be hard to manage that. So I still might not have a job, but I'll be able to go around basically. I can explore more, and maybe I can take you guys with me. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if you guys would want vlogs. I'm not. I don't know how to do that stuff, especially in public. I wanted to do it at the mall, but I don't even know what I would do. So yeah, but that's it. So see ya. Bye. I love you. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Bye bye.